So how does Google decide that your page is the page that should appear on the first search results page? Out of the millions of search terms that it could find, like on any topic, because imagine millions of people around the world are writing about the same topics and probably saying the same things over and over again. But how do you stand out? And part of my job is to make sure that you do that. Make sure that our clients stand out. And what I have to do in optimizing somebody's web page is follow 4 characteristics of your web page that Google is looking for. And those, it's called the EAT framework. I'm gonna look here, I'm cheating. It's called the EAT framework. EEAT. So experience. Do you have any practical experience or knowledge that you've gained from actual involvement or practical learnings from what you do? That's experience. Expertise. Do you have any credentials? Do you have certifications? Is there any official document that certifies you as an expert in this field? Okay, authoritativeness. Are you an authority in that field or that industry or that topic? Are you someone that people can rely on for your expertise, your experience? You know what I mean? And lastly, trustworthiness. Is your information accurate? Is it transparent? Are you being honest? Are you being unbiased with the statistics that you're quoting? Most of these things are proven by the amount of traffic that's coming to your website. If your traffic is growing, it means that users are finding your content helpful. And so that's what you need to do. Make sure that you're being helpful without being deceitful. There are con artists out there who will try and game the Google bot, because Google uses a bot to scan the pages, and will try and game the Google bot to make sure that they rank. That's what they call it. Rank is basically being on that first page of Google, or showing up in the search results of Google in any way. That's ranking. And the higher you rank, the better. And it's complex. It's more complicated than that. There's a lot of that goes into it. Your website has to be optimized, so it must be user-friendly. I must click on your website and it must be fast to load. It must be pleasant to look at, and then on it there mustn't be so many words that I don't feel like reading or staying on your page. You have to keep people engaged, like YouTube and any other social media. Engagement is the key. It's the same thing with SEO and your website. You're trying to keep people engaged, keep them on your website. And so you do what you can to make sure people stay on your website. And what you do is make their experience on your website extremely pleasant. And if you're writing any articles on your website, that's primarily my job, then your articles must be useful to them and quickly get to the information that they're looking for. Otherwise, they're going to click away. And then make sure you include as many links on there so that if there's related information that you're giving, so just for instance, let's go back to our example of gardening tips. And on one page, the person is reading about how to plant a beetroot seed. I don't know if beetroots grow from seeds. Okay, how to grow beetroot. Okay, excuse me. How to grow beetroot. Then you have related what causes beetroot plants to be diseased. If they click on that, if you put that into that same blog post, they'll be able to click on that and say, oh, okay, more info. So if people are clicking on the links in your website and they're exploring your website, Google is more likely to recommend you and your website on the first search results. So basically, that's my job in a nutshell. So it's gone from writing to, okay, this is more complicated than just like, oh, I feel like writing about my favorite food today. No, people don't care. You have to write about what people care about. And so